Welcome and hello everyone. This is a follow-up to my preview video about my texture for the command block. I wanted to do something with the command block. So many texture packs, they don't do anything with it, and the ones that I've seen, they're very basic. And so I wanted to do something that would be really fitting to the block itself. It does so many things, and since it is a logic computer. And so I started out just doing a small size, I think it was a 32 by 32, but I couldn't quite get the detail that I wanted, and it just didn't look that good. So I went with a 64 by 64. The other thing too is that I wanted it to resemble at least the ideas of a computer, meaning the circuit boards. So cover the whole thing in circuit boards. Then I wanted to have a display for the front that read the directory, the BIOS, and the RAM. Now, hint, the RAM goes all the way up to 64. Hint that the texture is 64. And so I kind of like that. Another thing too is that all the pathways, they connect all the sides of the block. Now I could have done it a little bit easier. I could just made a border and it all fit nice and neat, but I didn't want that obstructing the view of the block. And this way I think it has a more deep impact on when you're looking at it. It looks like all one piece. I also put in lots of different animation, like this matrix LED, where it's going across every light pixel. And it's a very smooth transition. On all sides, I did it where it was 10 frames. And so there's a lot, and with the fan, the animation is very fluent. It really looks like a fan blades turning. And the same way with the counter clock. Though I like to turn down the frame rate on that, but keep the other two at the same. So I'm probably going to have to increase from 10 to maybe 20 frames to accomplish that. But aside from those things, the components that are in this texture, I wanted them to be real components. There's LEDs, there's IC circuits, there's resistors, capacitors, all kinds of different ones. There's RAM, switches, everything, ribbons, and everything I could think of. And so, and the other thing too is, if I didn't have to have one image wrap around the sides, I would have had each side be different. But because I had to, the way that I did this one, even though it repeats, it doesn't feel like it is. Because some of the pathways lead out to the next side of the block and then come back in. Now, I would say that I'm probably 80% done with this. Um, I either want to tweak some of the animation, or I want to add some that I haven't added yet. I might tweak some of the circuits and stuff, because on some of the areas it still feels like it's kind of open. But this is my first real texture that I've made, no help, all on my own. And I spent about 5 days working on this so far. And so I hope you can see that. Now, if you have any ideas or suggestions, I love to hear them. Doesn't mean that I'm going to implement them, but I would still like to hear them. I like to have other things that would possibly be good to animate into this. I mean, I might already have enough, but it'd be still something to think about. Now, once I'm done with this, am I going to do another block? Well, I kind of have started on 2 other blocks before I started this, so I may revisit those. Those were the hopper and the dispenser. I've never liked how they looked. You know, how they look like a happy face and a surprise face. It's like, come on. So I do have 2 designs that I came up with, and they are different, but I think they work. So, I'm also thinking about taking those, and maybe make a texture pack. Now, going all those blocks, it would take months, for the level that I did just with this one. Now, see, this texture is still default when you switch the mode for it. Now, I was thinking about maybe having the texture that ramps be different, so you can see the difference when you're in that mode for that block. Otherwise, if it's the same, then you're not going to be able to tell the difference if that's something that you need to do. So, that's something else I'm thinking about. Now, the other colors for the command blocks, that's going to be a little bit more straightforward. It's going to have the same layout, except instead of that light orange color that the board has, it's going to have the color of the blocks. So it'll be, you know, a purple, it'll be that light green. But that's another thing that I added too, was that I wanted to keep something from the original, so I took the base color of it for the board, then where the animation for the lights are, I used that for the pathways. So it's kind of like an update of the command block, the way I see it. So I suppose that's about it. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out my video. And I also have this listed on Minecraft planet. And so once I reach a more conclusive finish, I'm going to be uploading this for a pack. You can either dump it in a texture pack you already have, or just use it as it is. And I guess that's about it. Alright, well, thank you. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.